daughter was like, "Mommy, what about a garden?" Because it was just storming really bad, really bad. But I was thankful that we still had our lives. I was thankful that we still had a roof over our heads. I was just thankful for all of that. Now the other parts of town closer by my job, they got hit bad. There were big, huge trees uprooted from the ground, from the concrete. You could still see concrete still attached to the bottom of the tree, while it's on top of people's houses. Hey, yeah, so we have a few things to do today. I want to plant out some more beans, pole beans, and some bush beans. I already have some out, but I want to plant some more. I do want to plant some lemon cucumber and a few more. I don't know, something else I gotta do or need to do. We'll see. Oh, I need to harvest some turnips because that bag is, I think it's turnips and radish. So we'll get to it. We'll get to it. So these are my purple pole beans. I had two of them in here and one of them has died. And this is going to trellis up my arch here. So let's clamp this together. Clamp this on here. You gotta be gentle. This is my first time growing pole beans. Have you ever grown pole beans before? Oh, I'm gonna need another plant. Wait, should I do it there? I don't think I want to do that there. I'm not sure why that one died per se. Okay, that's better. Put that there. Not sure why this died. The other one in the other bag died as well. But at least I have one. I don't really need that many beans because I have a bunch of the other beans. I should have soaked these. Okay. Actually, I'm going to put two in here. Yeah, so put those in here. It said half an inch to an inch. Okay. And then I'll come back and water that. Okay. So right here I have my dragon tongue beans. They definitely need some type of fertilizer, but these are my big kahua beans. They're like a bush bean. I've never grown these before. I put a bunch of seeds in here and only 3 of them germinated and they're doing wonderful. But I was like, hey, might as well go ahead and grow some more. We'll put some more in here. And I didn't even think to soak these seeds. But we're just gonna see what they do. There are some holes in the bag, so something has been digging in here. Hopefully they don't dig in here and eat these seeds. What eats green bean seeds? I don't think I ran into any issues last year of things eating my green beans. The seeds, the leaves, yes. The green beans, no, per se. So, I think I'm going to do like 2 per hole. Looked like there was already a seed there. Okay. Oopsie doopsie daisy. These look like those little white Tic Tacs. What they look like. I don't know. Y'all probably can't see. Whew. Y'all, the heat index has kicked up here. I know we're not down south, but honey, it gets hot here too. Like I don't know if y'all see my face, but my face is dripping sweat right now. So I hope y'all are staying cool. Whew. What's your favorite season? Like, is it the summer, the winter, the fall? Like, what's your favorite season, and what's your favorite grow season? Yeah, I think that's a good one. So I'd say for me, my favorite season is the spring because I love flowers. I just love seeing all the flowers. But my favorite grow season is the summer because I just like everything that you get to grow. You get to grow melons, cucumbers, peppers, tomatoes, just all of that good stuff. Okay, should I do something in the middle? This is a 10-gallon grow bag. I think I'm gonna do something in the middle. I think I'm gonna just do like, whoo, y'all. I need me a sweat rag. All right, we have those planted. And then I'm gonna come through and just water everything. I think everything needs to be watered. Well, it rained yesterday, so I'm not sure. Then we're gonna come over here to our cucumbers. Just right over here. Well, no, before we do that, since I'm standing right here because I don't want to move the camera just yet, I'm gonna go ahead and harvest. Dang, I don't have my shears or scissors over here. You see this? All this right here? These are greens and radishes and um, what are they called? Oh, it's wet. Carrots. So this is really full here. Okay, so I still can't find my shears anywhere. I just been looking and looking. My son be finding my stuff. I'll put it up and then I'll move it somewhere else and don't know where I hid it. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna be having some radish and greens tonight. How do I want to do this? So I'm pretty much just thinning everything out. I don't want to accidentally cut the carrots. Here's my little basket here. So I'm just using these regular scissors. So we're just thinning out. We had greens the other night. If you ever watched my shorts to see my little harvest there, I think that was our first major greens harvest. Had collards, mustards, turnips. Oh, and we had them with some turkey necks because we don't do pork. So, and then we're just bomb.com. My little 6-year-old, she's been begging me for some greens, and of course I want some too. My oldest, she don't care for greens. And my son, he loved them turkey necks. He didn't want no greens, but he loved them turkey necks. Which is so cute. Okay, I think we are trying not to cut the carrots. Whew. I should have took a picture of these before I start cutting. I love just seeing a bunch of leaves. It's just so pretty. Green leaves. It's just so beautiful. I think we're almost done here. See, I don't want to cut all of the leaves because I still want them to grow. Because I think if you cut all the leaves off of certain things, they won't grow anymore. I know it would have been way worse because I actually had thinned this out when they were really tiny, so it still was a lot. Well, I guess I didn't take it in effect that they would branch out. Okay, I think that's good. What y'all think? Y'all think that's good? Whew, y'all can see my face. That sweat is just dripping like, man, nobody's business. All right, so let's move on down. Okay, well, actually, I want to be able to see y'all to see these carrots. Y'all see these carrots? Y'all, these carrots. I think it's a decent amount of carrots in here, though, actually. Because I was worried that I plucked too many carrots out. So here we are next door at our pea trellis. And then we have some cucumbers over here. They are actually doing well. I was so nervous because everything was dying over there. Um, so we're going to just go ahead and plant some lemon cucumber seeds over here. I have one lemon cucumber growing in the greenhouse and it is growing fantastic. I did have a transplant lemon cucumber that I put in here. It died, but I did not have straw, and I had put it back here where everything was dying. But I put regular cucumber back here, and they're actually doing well. So it could have been that they didn't have straw, and it was just drying out. And I've been making sure I put the shade cloth back there. So these peas are going to be dying off soon. So here's a pea right here. So I'm going to put I'm gonna put a cucumber back here, right here. So right there. It's supposed to have an inch. What I've been doing this year is soaking my seeds, but I didn't soak these seeds or those beans. So we'll see how everything goes. But the soaking of the seeds, I do think they have been helping things germinate quicker. But we'll see. And then over here, there's a hole, so something dug over here. So I almost don't want to put nothing right there. I'm gonna put this cucumber plant over here. Yeah, I'll put it over here. Let's see. Oh, y'all have to excuse me if y'all can see this sweat. Y'all are gonna have to excuse moi. Okay. All right. I just gotta remember, y'all, that I put lemon cucumbers over there because I don't even feel like making no tags right now. I'm gonna be like, what is that? Am I the only one that be doing stuff and be forgetting? Okay, I think we are done planting what we need to plant. I think we're done with that. It is late at night and I forgot, it's like 9 o'clock at night. I forgot to make my compost liquid fertilizer because I am out of compost, actual compost, homemade compost that I made because it wasn't that much. So I have all these scraps that I've been saving, and I'm going to put them in a jug of water. And this is rainwater in here, and I have a paper towel down. But I'm going to put some of this in here, and I'm going to let it sit for, I think, about 5 days. Yeah, I'm going to let this sit for about 5 days, and then I'll dilute it, and I'll have my liquid compost tea type of thing without dirt. So this is like a dirtless compost tea. So it's just kitchen scraps and water. Because I'm out of compost, y'all. Because I was making compost tea out of my actual compost. So I'm just using kitchen scraps. I just YouTubed and Googled. So that's that. So I probably pour some more water in here. I'm going to put a lid on it, but not screw it on. So, yeah. I have some eggshell powder, and most of it spilled out. I will crush up eggshells. I did not add that to my regular compost. I totally forgot. So, but I'm gonna add that to this water. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. This is for the calcium. Yeah, so y'all remember that compost liquid fertilizer or the fermented kitchen scraps that I made. It was maybe 4 days ago. So this is it now. Y'all had on my porch. The lid was loosely tightened. I mean, loosely on there. So something knocked it over last night, y'all. It had been sitting there all these days and nothing messed with it really. Well, one day I seen the lid off. I'm like, how did the lid get off? Something unscrewed the lid. Probably a cone because they're really smart. But it was knocked over last night, which I should have not put it on my porch. I should have known better. Next time I'll put it in my greenhouse. But I put it on my porch so that it can ferment faster with the heat directly with the sun. So this is all that I have left, but I can still work with this. So I am going to strain this and then dilute it, and I'm going to fertilize my plants. So I have my netting over my little mason jar. This is what I be using to measure my fertilizers and stuff. So I'm going to do it to this line. So I'm just straining it to that first line there. Ooh, don't want to knock it over. And I'm going to do a 1 to 10 dilution with water. That's what it looks really mucky. Actually, I need more than that because I run into that every time. I'm going to do another one to the same line. Same first line. There we go. And so when I do my water, I'll have to start here. So do it times 10 here. I have my liquid fertilizer in here. And this is dechlorinated water mixed with rainwater that I had in the bucket over there. And I am just going to, it's easier for, well, I guess I could have stuck this in here, but this is kind of dirty, so I didn't want to stick this in that bucket. So I'm just going to do this about 10 times. I know some people just go ahead and they just put water in there until it just looks like, yay, till it looks like weak fertilizer. I'm not measuring all the way. Just two. So I'll finish doing that and I'll come back. Over here, I was fertilizing and I have been coming across some damage and I'm like, wow, what's damaging it? And I have been seeing slugs all over my stuff. So I got something for them babies. Ta-da! Got this on sale at the what is it called? The thrift store. Beginning of this grow season. So I am going to put this. Now these are just pellets. I've never used this before. Just around the grow bags. This is to kill the snails. So sorry if you're an insect lover. I like the animals. I like some insects, but some of them you got to go. Especially if you turn up my garden, you got to go. I know you do what you're supposed to do, but you still got to go. All right? All right. Okay. So I'm going to sprinkle that some more and then finish this. Because I've had this covered. I've rarely opened this thing here. So I'm like, I know it couldn't have been the white moths. But yeah, let me see if I find some more. I found some big old slugs in here too. Yeah, this broccoli's starting to look kind of bad. this one in. So let me really inspect. I don't see. What's that? Looks like some larva of some type. We're not doing that, baby. I was doing good with the pests, keeping the pests out. Okay. I mean, having pests in your garden is going to be inevitable, but you can keep it down. There's ways to keep the pest damage down. So, hey, it's part of garden. We are in their territory, So, it's just one of those things. Hey, y'all. So, I'm out in my greenhouse. It has been crazy. Today is Friday, June the 12th. So yesterday, Thursday evening, we got notifications to take shelter and all that. We're in the Midwest in Illinois, and there was a tornado watch. So a tornado touched down somewhere around here, and but it wasn't really in my area. But there was a storm that passed through here, and it caused a lot of damage. It did not cause damage in my particular part of the town. However, we've been without power since yesterday evening. My garden is still intact, thankfully. I wasn't even worried about that. My daughter was like, "Mommy, what about our garden?" Because it was just storming really bad. Really bad. But I was thankful that we still had our lives. I was thankful that we still had a roof over our heads. I was just thankful for all of that. Now the other parts of town closer by my job, they got hit bad. There were big, huge trees uprooted from the ground, from the concrete. You could still see concrete still attached to the bottom of the tree, while it's on top of people's houses and things like that. So I will insert some videos in some clips of the video. So they got hit with the damage. So the people on the other part of town, they still have power, even though they had really bad damage. But the people over here, we have no power, and we won't be getting power. Well, I won't be getting power, they say, until tomorrow night. They say 11 p.m. tomorrow night. So that'll be almost 3 nights. Well, 2.5, or however you want to count it. Or 3, close to 3. I don't know, however you want to count it, of no power. So the people that got damage have power. A lot of the people that didn't have damage were without power. So hey, life is life and over here. Are you all safe? Did you have any storms your way? Yeah. So down south, I know y'all get hurricanes and all that. Up north, we got to worry about the tornadoes and things like that. So, but we're good. The garden is good. I'm just more so worried about safety and lives, and we still got a roof over our heads.